Introduce to you Mrs. Marta E. Walker. Mrs. Marta Ricardo Walker and Francesca Santos. Mrs. Walker is the daughter of Eva Martinez and began her early education at Bruni Elementary School. Bruni Elementary School. Mrs. Walker grew up in the Colonia Guadalupe in the barrio called El Siete Viejo. One can say that Mrs. Walker evokes the true personification of Tiger spirit. Mrs. Walker was a proud Tiger fan and cheered in the pep squad, as well as she was part of the choir. To expand her horizons and knowledge, she went on and began her college career at the Laredo Junior College and then proceeded to Texas A&M International University, where she obtained a Bachelor of Arts. Mrs. Walker is known for being a hardworking and independent woman, as she has been working for long periods of her life in different locations. For example, she held the position in Webb County as a CAA, as a social worker, as well as an office manager in Kmart for 28 years. Mrs. Walker keeps on giving back to her community and to the district that raised her by holding the position of substitute coordinator. The memories that are collected throughout high school are never forgotten, and some of Mrs. Walker's fond memories include when she would hang around the Tasty Burger and she would listen to her and her friends' favorite songs in the jukebox. High school is also a place where many lessons are learned, and one of Mrs. Walker's most memorable lessons learned was when she proved herself that she was capable of achieving more than she ever realized. Mrs. Carol Wilson was a teacher she fondly remembers as being her mentor. Finally, a personal message that Mrs. Walker would like to share with the student body is: remember, the most important things in life are not things but people. You might get to be the wealthiest and most powerful person in the world, but without compassion, all of that equals to zero. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you from the class of 1969, Tiger legend, Mrs. Marta E. Walker.
Thank you, everybody. And as you should know right now, I'm not your typical legend. This Martin High School is known as La Escuela del Ánimo. Well, class of 69 started that ánimo. And I don't care if you went to Nixon, Cigarroa, anywhere. The minute you hear this song, hit it, Mr. Castro. That's right. Anywhere you go, that song, I don't care where you went to, it hits you. Because that's Laredo speaking. That's Laredo speaking. Okay, I see my boss here, two of my bosses, and I know they're going, what's she going to say? I'm recording it. When Mr. Pro went to my office, he went over and says, Ms. Walker, I came here to officially tell you that you are a Tiger Ranger. I go, what? Are you kidding me? He goes, no. I go, are you kidding me? He goes, no. And I thought to myself, God, a straight C student. Maybe with a couple of D's there. How could I be a Tiger legend? Oh my God. And I started to get real nervous. When teachers would ask me, Marta, what are your goals? I remember telling one of my teachers, my goal is to get married, have kids, and live in La Colonia. Nobody told me La Colonia Guadalupe were the projects. I thought I was kind of like rich, because my other students, my friends, they live in houses made out of wood. Mine was made out of bricks. So I said, I'm okay. So that was my goal, to live in the college was never mentioned in my house. Never. So I never thought about going to college. My sister Lucha, she was the one that, every once in a while we used to say, I want to go to not college people. But she was the only one that wanted to go to college. My mom worked at the tiendas downtown. She worked at La Perla, she worked at Farragut, and then she worked for Mercy Hospital for 25 years at the linen department. She worked very hard for us, very, very hard for us. We were 5 children, we were 5 girls and 2 boys. My mother right now has Alzheimer's. My mother has Alzheimer's and she is at Regent. I go every day after work to visit my mother. I lay down with her, I'm always with her, and if I am where I am today, it's because of my mother. She didn't tell us go to college. What she told us was, Marta, always, always be good to people. Always take care of people. Be caring, be a caring person, and be a hard worker. So I carried that on. I did get married. I had 3 kids, but I did not live in the I started working in little places, my first job was at City Service Furniture. I was here in high school, and I worked at City Service Furniture for a while. Then I worked at the Salvation Army, and then I went to Kmart. I worked 28 years in Kmart. I loved them. I had a little case running down my head. I would do the blue light. I would do everything. I loved any customer that would get angry, they would say Marta Walker. Marta Walker, we have a client that's very upset, so I would go and take care of it. I loved Kmart. Well, I became a single parent. And my kids told me, Mom, go to college. College? No. She goes, why don't you? And I thought about it and I go, Miss Carol Wilson, like she mentioned, I was a C student. I was always playing and joking around. Not that I was a bad student. I was always playing and I still am playing and joking. Okay, so she told me one time, Martha, you can do it on your own. You have it in you. And I said, no, man. And she goes, yes, you do. So she says, I challenge you in 6 weeks to make the honor roll, which I did. So when my kids told me, Mom, go to college, I go, you know what? This is like the challenge Miss Wilson was telling me. And I bet you I could do it. So I didn't even know what to do, and I go, what do I do first? She goes, you go to a counselor. And I went and took the assessment test, and I had to start with all the remedials. Remedial. So I took the classes, but because I was a single parent, I would go Tuesdays and Thursdays. All of a sudden, guys, I had my associates. I go, dude, God, and I said, I'm content with that. But then that little bug, says, man, I can get my degree. So I went to 10AU, I got my degree in sociology and psychology, and I kept working at Kmart. I was there at Kmart till there was an opening here at LISD, which is the place to be. Fortunately, guys, I got the position. I've been working there at central office. I am in charge of the substitute teachers and in charge of attendance. So, students, when you see a substitute in your class, I want you to approach them and tell them thank you. Because 1 year of your life is taught by a substitute teacher. So I want you to go and tell them thank you for your service. Okay, guys? Yes, Not all of us are going to go to college. That's why LISD prepares all of you guys either to go to get a career, to go to college, or in the military. Please take advantage of all of these things that LISD has to offer. How did I end up here? Because of my attitude. I've always been a positive person. Bad things have happened to me, a lot of bad things. And most of the things that happen, you cause them yourself. And you can get out of it. So I always try to get out of a situation when I'm down and out. There at work, Dr. Cruz and Ms. Ramirez can tell you, every morning, no matter what kind of a day I've had, I go into my other co-worker's office and I go, morning in the morning. And I'm sure some people go, but you know what, guys? When I don't go to work, everybody goes, I miss my morning in the morning. So always be positive. Always. I see a lot of angry birds nowadays. Why are you angry? People, there's nothing to be angry about. Life is too short. Too short. And the message that I would give to you is to pay it forward. Pay it forward. Do something nice for somebody. If you don't have money, just, go visit a friend. Go visit somebody at the home. Take somebody some food. Pay it forward. You know what my favorite thing to do is? I go to HEB and I spot a senior citizen, and they're walking with their little card and they have little items. And then they get to pay and they pick up their little purse and they're getting their money out. What I like to do is tell the cashier, it's on me. I'm paying it forward. And I'm saying this, guys, because I'm getting old. So when you see me at HEB, okay, guys. Closing, guys. I would like my 3 children to stand up. Come on, in my house, the word college was never mentioned. My mother never, ever told me I love you. Never. Yet, I knew she loved me. I knew it. We're not from the family that, I love you, Mom, I love you. I never say I love you. And my kids, they are yearning for those words. So today, in front of everybody, Virginia Blanco, I love you with all my heart.